Hi. Right now we're discussing a project schedule management tool referred to as the critical path diagram. I'm going to take it as slowly as possible, and I'm going to make the process as simple as I possibly can. This is our critical path diagram. It begins its life with the WBS. I hope you remember the WBS, the work breakdown structure. Okay, now just in case you may not quite recall, or maybe you don't know what it is, I'll put it up on the screen. Now here it is. Now you have our yard project. We have a project. We want to clean up the yard. Now we have figured out that the things we need to do to get the yard back in shape are to trim the hedges, to prepare equipment, to do trim work on the edges of the grass where your lawnmower may not be able to reach. You have to cut the grass as well, and you have to clean up. And under those, there are subtitles of the exact activities that need to be implemented. For instance, I'll just take one: the cleanup, picking up trash, bagging the trash, hedge and taking away, getting out the hedge clippings as well, so you can dispose of them. Then hauling everything that you have gotten out so far to the dump. Wonderful. Those are all the activities you need to perform in order to complete the cleanup. Now, each of these primary divisions, primary sections of the project also have activities under them, as you can see already. Okay, I'm not going to stress that point any further, but I would say this for the purpose of this presentation, we are going to analyze not at the smallest activity levels, but at the major activity levels. Like, we're going to analyze cleanup, cut grass, trim work, prepare equipment, and trim hedge. Now, let's say cleanup. Cleanup will take how long? Cleanup, by the time you calculate all the activities you need to do for the cleanup would obviously take 105 minutes. The cutting of the grass, you have mowing the front 45 minutes, mowing the back 30 minutes. So obviously the cutting of the grass would take 75 minutes. The trim work, to trim the corners of the lawn that the lawnmower may not be able to get to trim those areas, you need 45 minutes. The equipment, to get the equipment ready, you are going to need some time for that as well. You are going to need 10 minutes. 5 minutes for gassing the equipment, and 5 minutes for getting the hedge clipper out of the shed. So you have prepare equipment that will take 10 minutes. Then trim hedge will take 30 minutes. So the number beside the activities actually refer to how long these activities would take. Now, having understood this, we will now have to arrange on a table these activities, these major activities. I'm not going to discuss the minor activities because I'm trying to simplify the presentation to the best of my ability. Now, obviously, you need to itemize these major activities that have been identified in their order of execution. Which activity should start before which? Should cutting of the grass start before preparing of the equipment? Of course not. So that means you have to now place preparing of equipment first, because obviously it's the first activity that needs to be accomplished before anything else can be accomplished as well. So we make a table, a simple table that tells us the activity and the duration of that activity. So preparation, to prepare equipment, takes 10 minutes, like I said earlier on. Then what activity comes after preparing the equipment? Cutting the grass. So you cut the grass, that takes 75 minutes. After cutting the grass, what comes next? What comes next is the trim work. It comes next. After trim work, what comes next? Trimming the hedges. Now, I'll stop there and I'll say something. Now, you have to understand that it is possible to do trim work and trim the hedges at the same time. It's possible to achieve that. You do not need to do them separately. One does not need to end for the other to happen. They can happen simultaneously. You can do your trim work on the lawn and you can also trim hedges. So after you've finished your trim work and trimming the hedges and cutting the grass, now you have a lot of grass, you have a lot of hedge clippings, you have a lot of clippings from the side of the grass, the one that was trimmed. A lot of trimmed grass everywhere. So the grass is all cut now. You can now clean up. So clean up would be the last activity. And clean up, according to our estimates and according to what is presented or what was presented in WBS, is 105 minutes. Please, you can go back and to WBS and check these figures. I'm sure they are correct, and I'm sure you will find that they are as well. So now we are going to go ahead armed with this information, and we are going to create a critical path diagram. Okay, we'll have to do that the next time around on the next clip. Alright, see you on the next clip.